Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Salut à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today we're playing Ken's Follett, The Pillar of the Earth. It came out in 2017. It's an adventure, indie game, puzzle, point and click, visual novel. Aujourd'hui, on joue à Ken's Follett, Le Pilier de la Terre, sorti en 2017. Une aventure, indie, puzzle, point et cliquer et une nouvelle visuelle.
So, you have returned from Rome, Bishop Waleran.
Yes, it was a very illuminating time.
What do you want?
The Pope was very pleased to hear how I, and you, have worked together in the past to support our king.
We did not do it for your church.
He was less pleased, however, to hear about the bargain you struck with the Prior of Kingsbridge.
Why should he care? Once and for all, we will not support you in your personal quarrels. The deal we made with the Priory of Kingsbridge has the blessing of the king.
Of course, and you would never change your mind on that matter. Tell me, has your son returned from the Holy Land yet?
We have not heard from him, ever since he set out to join that crusade of yours. If he dies, your church will be responsible.
Do not underestimate your son, Lady Hamley. That would be a great mistake.
Not long now and you'll have a ceiling. Wonderful. Then we will no longer have to hold our services in the crypt. You could even begin to plan the paintings for the wooden ceiling and the walls.
Why a wooden ceiling? So the whole thing goes up in flames again?
Philip decided on that because it's cheaper. And these walls can only hold the weight of a wooden ceiling. I love you like a brother, Alfred, but the apprentice shouldn't have to tell the master craftsman things like that.
Jack, for once, focus on your work and finish it. Just for once. Or you'll stay an apprentice for the rest of your life.
Don't argue again.
Alfred is right. This is a house of God. All right. Now, where were we? You could start planning the paintings for the ceiling if you wish. Can we afford that at the moment? We are paying so many workers already.
Father Philip, Tom Builder. Alfred.
Ah, Aliena. How are you?
I'll be moving my wool to Shiring today. The fleece fair starts tomorrow.
Ah, I almost forgot.
Milius and I have already arranged everything. We'd make much more of a profit if Percy Hamley had not raised the taxes this week.
Again? Jonathan, you shouldn't wander off. Stay with us. Tom is right. You hear?
He looks like a real monk.
Omnius pluvius, nomine patri amen.
That sounds like Latin, but it's not quite right yet. We would not have to worry about this if we could sell our wool here on our market.
The king would have to grant us a license for that.
And the Hamleys wouldn't like that, I'm afraid. They want the taxes from the fair in Shiring.
Don't worry, we'll make a good profit. It's a good year. We've never moved this much wool as it is. I have to build a new storage house.
Alfred is a master craftsman now. If you can pay him, he'll help you.
Ah, very good.
If she hadn't a business of her own, I'd hire her to work for me.
She is something. She would make me a good wife. Hey! Hey, take that back! What? What did I say?
For the last time, stop your quarreling. Philip, let's look at the plans again. There's a problem I have to discuss with you.
All right. Take that back, Alfred.
Jack, leave him alone. And for once, finish your work.
And Jack, please keep an eye on Jonathan, will you? What? Why me?
Finish your work, Jack.
That's how it always was. But on that day, I didn't care. On that day, I was going to see Aliena. And I was going to tell her how I felt. And nothing and no one would stop me.
Hey, little brother.
Come on, let's have fun.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, I can.
Tom and Philip said you can't. You have to work.
I know what they said. I was there, you know. I hope you appreciate that I look out for you.
I ate a beetle.
Don't tell Philip, all right? It's our secret. Time to get this done. Nice. For some reason, I'm full of energy today. But the face still isn't right. I can never get the face right. I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking at it anymore. Oh, damn.
Watch your tongue.
I will. Damn. I need to get much better at this. Right, the wall is already coming apart and Alfred wants to put a stone ceiling on top instead of a wooden one. Idiot. I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking at it anymore. The tree of life. When I was small, I wanted something with animals. I tried to make it look like no other tree, more like a thought. I like it, but nobody recognizes that it's supposed to be a tree. Well, Tom says it's done, and he won't let me do another one. I better not get too close.
Hey up there! Hey down there!
Everything all right up there?
Here, Jack! Now piss off! Watch your language, Jack!
Hey, what did I do? Everything all right, Jonathan? Philip and Tom won't mind if we take a break. Sometimes people say one thing and mean another thing. Either he's stopped listening or he's thinking about it. Oh. It's gone. Where did it go? There must be some kind of cavity behind that wall. The foundations and the whole crypt were part of the old cathedral. Who knows what secrets are hidden down here? Philip says he's only If Adolphus ever wakes up, he'll be in for quite a surprise. He's a long way from home. I wonder if I'll ever get to see a faraway place like Cordoba. Oh, it's gone. I should go back to work soon. No, I'd better not use that for target practice. Hey.
Well, looks that's it.
Jonathan, don't run off. Ah, great. Thank you, Martha.
And no, I don't have time to watch him.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no! It's all broken.
The sounds of the market.
Shouldn't you be working, Jack?
Maybe I should go before I buy anything.
Watch where you go, will ya? Now it's come to that. Even the monks step on my chickens.
So, how's business? All well?
More and more people keep coming here. Yesterday, there were 24 merchants from Shiring alone.
You exhausted?
Pretty much. But the Priory made a lot of money. Seems the Earl just raised the taxes at his market, so they all came here instead. Now they've all returned to Shiring for the Fleece Fair.
Is the Earl asking lower taxes at the Fleece Fair?
On the contrary, from what the merchants told me, it's even worse. So they all have to trade their wool there, including Aliena and the Prior. But you need a license to do a Fleece Fair, and only Shiring has one.
Are you not going to the Fleece Fair in Shiring?
No, Philip asked me to supervise the market here.
So now you're working with Philip and Aliena?
I know, it's a lot of work. But we all want the same thing after all.
And what's that?
To keep this place in good shape. This is our home.
Yeah, I guess.
You should be working too.
I'm just taking a break. Did you see Aliena?
Maybe she was heading home. I think she's expecting a visitor.
A visitor?
Do I hear jealousy in your voice?
I don't know what you're talking about. Aliena went home.
Could be. I know she's expecting a visitor.
Maybe I should get going.
Oh, before I forget, I have a message for you. I think Ellen wants to talk to you about Papa.
What's there to talk about? Tom doesn't believe I can be a builder.
That's not true. That's what she wants to talk about. Papa knows what you can do. He told her.
Oh, did he?
Yes. He's complicated.
He is. On days like this, you can almost get lost here.
The Hamleys were the ones forcing that deal on me to spite Waleran. They are breaking the agreement they made with King Stephen.
All I know is that suddenly the quarrymaster wants us to pay steep prices for stone. And the verderer of Chute Forest now insists we pay even more for timber. Get up! The mortar won't mix. If our workers find out, they'll get nervous. And rightly so.
Of course.
What are you doing out here, Jack? Did you finish your corbel?
I'm done.
Why do I get the feeling that when I go and look at your corbel, it won't be finished?
Why didn't you tell Alfred off?
He's doing his work.
Oh, yeah, and great work he's doing.
He's doing his best. And he finishes what he starts. Jack, please. We have much bigger problems to solve right now. The Earl of Shiring has stopped supporting us. If we don't do anything about it, we'll have to send the workers away. We'll have to stop building the cathedral.
I will talk to Percy Hamley. And if he won't see me, I will talk to the king, or this will be the end of Kingsbridge.
Can I help you?
Yes, by doing as you're told. Do your job, and only your job. And leave Alfred alone. It is. But I can assure you that we will be safe for the next few weeks. I've planned ahead for a case like this.
You have?
There are always bound to be shortages. We can pay our workers, and there's enough stone and timber for a month.
Once the west side and its towers rise above the priory, it'll be even more impressive. Only a few more years. What I'd give to build at least one of the towers.
But our problem remains. I must talk to the Earl.
Indeed. But first...
I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking at it anymore. That's not humility, sorrow, and dignity. He looks surprised. A surprised Corbel. Useless. I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking.
I agree.
The mortar won't complain if it has to wait until I've done with me break.
Everything all right, Jonathan?
Well, the mortar won't, but
I better not
will.
get too close.
Oh, yes? Did I complain when you disappeared for the better part of the morning? That's none of your business.
Hello, Cuthbert.
Now get to work.
I hope you're happy wherever you are.
What do you mean, wherever he is? He's lying right there. I made sure his wait for Judgment Day is comfortable.
Philip thinks we might go to heaven when we die.
No, we lie in wait till Judgment Day. That's why I want someone good to bury me, to make sure I lie well. I hope you will remember your promise that you will bury me.
That was a long time ago. My first night in the Priory. I'll bury you, Brother Arnaldus. Don't worry.
Thank you.
And thank you for looking after Cuthbert.
No.
Missed! Down. I need to do better than...
Voyons, cibole.
You must be joking.
Je suis pas capable, c'est une joke.
Missed.
Come on.
Damn it.
I'm not joking.
On dirait que ma souris, elle veut...
And I'm not coming.
Non.
Ah, missed.
And stop yelling. I will not.
I better not get too close. I better not get too close.
You do know that we might all lose our work?
Damn it.
I know.
I need to do better than that.
Fuck that, je suis pas capable. Ça veut pas, là.
And when I'm out of work, I want at least to be relaxed. And not stressed out by your constant yelling. If you would do your job, then I wouldn't have to yell.
What's the problem?
I'm taking me well-deserved break.
Well-deserved? You deserve a good kicking, you lazy drunk.
Better a drunk than a bearded bastard. Come on then, kick me. Show me what you got.
Please, this is leading nowhere. Think for a moment what other people would do.
What?
Who?
Oh, the Prior.
Oh, yes. Prior Philip's not running around drunk now, is he?
No, he's not. And I'm not either. I'm sitting.
And there's my problem right there. Get up and push. Philip would.
No, he wouldn't. A break is like a Sunday. It's a sin to work on a Sunday.
Well, that's true.
It's not a Sunday.
But it's my break.
Tom Builder.
Now, he's a hard worker, isn't he?
True, he's a hard worker, that he is. But also the man knows how to take a break. And he knows when to give others room for a break.
This is not your break.
You've been taking a shit for half a day and used up yours. Now don't you start and ruin mine too.
Oh, wow. Look at them go.
When I take a break, you take one too.
Has your wife been cooking again, eh?
How dare you! Go drink yourself to death!
Why now, all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Should I just knock? Here we go. there's no one home. Good day, my ladies.
If it isn't handsome Jack. Have you come by to help, eh?
Not really.
Didn't think so. After a day your hands start bleeding. Piss and salt in the water will do that.
Piss?
Only way to get the grease and dirt from the wall. We can use a coin, but there's only so much pain you can take. Sooner or later, Aliena will have to look someplace else for fullers.
I will find a way to help you with your hands.
Well, it's a start. Then maybe you should get back to work as well.
I'm just taking a break, all right?
Ah, there you are, Cub. I wanted to talk to you.
What is it?
I'm afraid there's a lot of trouble ahead of us. I'm afraid there's a lot of trouble ahead of us. From what I heard from Tom, they're trying to shut down the construction.
They?
The Earl of Shiring. Tom is under a lot of stress. If it weren't for him, it would already be over.
Why are you telling me this? Did he say something about me?
No. But I know that he just can't stand to see you and Alfred arguing.
Just don't see why Alfred gets to do everything he wants.
Alfred is a master builder. You are an apprentice. There are rules. They may not be my rules, but they are yours, if you want to become a master builder.
Maybe.
Don't be angry, Cub.
I'm not. As much as I'd like to, I did promise Tom I'd only do my own carvings in the evenings. Hey. Aliena's not there. Wonder where she is. Don't always run off, Jonathan, or I'll get in trouble with...
Aliena!
Yes?
Do you mind if we sit here?
Of course not. And how are you two?
Oh, well.
Shouldn't you be working, Jack Builder?
Us? No, as it happens, my young friend here is a bit disgruntled with his superiors and needed a break.
Oh, is that so? Maybe you'd like to come and work for me, Jonathan.
Well...
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 Jonathan!
He's here!
I'm coming! Jack loves you.
I was just about to ask if you think that Jonathan suspects anything.
I swear on this very Bible that I don't know what you're talking about. Cold. Cold, cold, cold. Oh, I lost my Bible. Shit.
I'm sorry, but no bad deed goes unpunished.
But we haven't done anything bad. Yet.
You burned down the cathedral.
My lady.
You dangerous, feral beast from the woods.
If God hates me for that, he has a strange way of showing it. You remembered it?
You sang it the first time when we sat here together.
You were dangling your feet in the brook, lost in thought. Just like today.
Why can't it always be like this, Jack?
I know what you mean.
I hate pretending that I don't love you.
Then don't.
Jack.
I know. I know. Have you heard from your brother?
The war never ends, and he always needs more money. And I pay him to fight for the man who killed our father.
King Stephen, to get the earldom back from him.
Yes. But you know, I don't even want that. Everything I've built here, what we have, I have all that because I'm not my father's daughter anymore. I'm afraid that if Richard becomes Earl, I'll lose much more than the money he's wasting now.
Your father meant well. I'm sure he did.
Did he? He never loved anyone, not even my mother. It was not my fault we lost the earldom. It's not my responsibility. How could Father make me swear that oath? Did you fight with Tom again?
Tom always takes Alfred's side.
He is Alfred's father. He worries about him. It was the same with Richard.
If Tom's worried about Alfred, then why is he always telling me off?
Because you are the clever one. He probably worries about Alfred.
Hey, it's not my fault that he's a bit slow in the head.
Exactly. Tom thinks you should know better.
Maybe.
Don't be cross with Tom. I think he wishes Alfred was more capable than he really is. He wants Alfred to be his successor, after all.
Well, perhaps he could be if he only put his mind to it. I mean, even I could do it.
I'm sure you could.
But who would want to build a cathedral anyway?
Were you still reading the Bible?
Philip insists. I better be angry that I lost it.
Oh, don't worry. He'll still keep teaching you. I think he sees something in you.
Oh, maybe I should become a monk. Oh, but you aren't allowed to kiss monks.
I shall love you like a brother, then.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Say, what was that book called you told me about last time we met?
The Amours by Ovid. I've only heard about it from a travelling scholar.
The title sounds promising.
Yeah, but maybe it's not as interesting as we think.
Let's find out.
I'll ask around Kingsbridge and see what I can find.
All right. What was that book called again?
The Amours by Ovid. You know, back in the forest, my mother made up the rules herself, but they all made sense somehow. Here, everything is... it's complicated.
I know. Rules everywhere. Why is it that Tom can't tell Philip that Jonathan is his son? He's so happy when he's around Jonathan.
Tom's rules. And Philip's, probably. Tom believes he has lost the right to be Jonathan's father, as he gave up on him when he was born. That's what Martha said. And what about us? When will we tell other people about us?
I guess when we're ready to play by their rules.
Or they by ours.
I guess.
It's like stone carving.
Is it?
You know, when I first look at a piece of stone, I start to imagine what it could become. Corbels, squirrels. It's like I can already see them. But it's only when you work on it that you learn what you can and you can't do with it. If you do this, the stone will break, and if you do that, it will look great.
We will tell people about us when we're sure it won't break anything.
Right.
I bet only good stone can be used for the pillars, right? Because they carry all the weight.
Exactly.
That's why Tom and Philip keep nagging you. They want the best for you and for themselves, which is you.
If you say so.
I know so. I want the same.
One day we'll tell everyone everything about us, Ali. All of them.
Maybe not everything, Jack Builder.
Oh. What's going on?
We better go and find out.
Everyone, calm down.
What happened at the quarry?
Listen. Yes, there was an incident. Our friend, Otto Blackface, was hurt at the quarry.
What happened?
The Earl of Shiring had his men stop us from taking stone from the quarries and timber from the forest.
Why? Why would Percy Hamlet do that?
All we know is what his men told us, that the Earl of Shiring will not support the construction of Kingsbridge Cathedral anymore.
What are we gonna do now?
I will ride to Shiring myself, and I will talk to Percy Hamley.
Oh, that's all good and well. But how are we supposed to continue working without stone and timber? I want to be paid before you run out of money.
I need to feed my family. Calm down. You heard the Prior. He will talk to the Earl himself.
And I'd planned ahead for a day like this. You will be paid soon. And there will be plenty of work for at least another month. For all of you.
Hey, hello Tommy Gaming. How are you today?
And I trust our Prior.
I will prepare everything immediately.
I'll be with you in a moment.
What if the Earl won't listen to Philip?
I need to talk to Philip. See me later at my house, all right?
What about the book we wanted to look for?
Not now. I think I can help here.
I'll find the book.
We will sort this out. And now, back to work. This cathedral won't build itself. And you, Jack, watch Jonathan.
Oh, what again? Hey, take back what you said before.
What? What did I say?
Oh, come on. You know what you said.
About Aliena? Why would you care if I take her as a wife?
You don't get it, do you? I'm looking for a book, and before you ask, it's not the Bible.
There are books in the scriptorium at the Prior's house. Maybe you can find it there.
I will do everything in my power to make sure you are paid.
I know that you showed us mercy before when we had to flee from Earl's Castle. My husband has worked here ever since, and we would like to be close to Our Lady Aliena, but we have no choice.
Oh, Mary.
The same goes for us, Mary. We all owe Philip much.
I trust you, Father, but I risk my neck up there every day. My wife is right. If you can't pay, we'll have to move on.
Kingsbridge is our home. I don't want to leave.
Let me think of something. Maybe there's a way we can pay your workers early, Philip.
But selling the wool at the fleece fair will take at least a couple of days.
I'm sorry, but me and the other workers can't wait that long. Not now that everything is so unsure.
Trust me, Philip. I'll think of something.
Jack! I saw your corbel. You did good work, Jack.
It's not half as good as it should be.
Don't get lost in the details.
It's my corbel. I want it to be perfect.
None of this is ours.
Doing the carvings is the only job you didn't give Alfred to screw up.
We should be thankful of the work we're allowed to do. And in our work, we must be thorough and steadfast.
Thankful for what we are allowed to do. You are the one who wouldn't settle for less than a cathedral. You could have had other work, but no. For months, you remained steadfast, no matter the cost. When are you going to tell Jonathan about what happened in the forest? Shouldn't have said that about Jonathan. Damn it. If anyone knows where I can find the Amores, then it's the monks from the scriptorium.
Don't be distracted by what is going on outside.
No surprise, Regis.
Get or the mortar won't mix it.
The two have been quarreling the whole morning. I wonder what their problem is.
The mortar won't complain. It has to wait until I'm done with my break.
What are you doing in the scriptorium?
I wanted to have a look at your books.
Is that so?
No.
Everyone, listen up. Is the work of a scribe not to copy text and scripture?
It is, Sir Prior Remigius.
Yes, Sir Prior Remigius.
Yes, Sir Prior Remigius.
And is it not the task of illuminators to illuminate these texts with pictures and color?
It is, Sir Prior Remigius.
Sir Prior Remigius.
Yes, Sir Prior Remigius.
And what do you think is the work of Jack, the apprentice of Tom Builder?
Build?
Working on the construction site.
Carving statues and ornaments.
Building
I think.
things?
I'm not exactly sure what it is either. But it is not distracting our scribes and illuminators. I do not know what Prior Philip sees in you, Jack.
No.
Now, go back to your work and do not disturb us again.
Shut up! You shut up!
And you, don't be distracted.
No, Sir
Sir
Prior
Prior
Remigius. Hello, Milius.
Jack, and Jonathan. This is not the best of times.
Brother Cuthbert could have been a little more careful in storing the apples down here.
I'm sure it's fine, Brother Andrew.
I am not so sure. Even the salt is damp.
Cuthbert knew what he was doing.
What is Brother Andrew up to?
We will get a new cellar soon. Andrew is preparing everything. Maybe they should get a new kitchener as well.
Why?
If what Cuthbert did was not good enough, then what I can do can't be much better. Cuthbert knew so much more than I did.
1, 2.
You miss Cuthbert, hmm?
I do. The thought of being here without him.
But you won't be alone.
I'd rather be alone than spend the rest of my days cooped up in here with someone like Brother Andrew. Or whoever will be the new cellarer.
Did you talk to Philip about it?
You know, I think I should. But Philip and I haven't talked since Cuthbert passed on. As Prior, he always has something else to worry about.
3, 4.
Can I use the mortar?
The mortar? Yes. Why shouldn't you? What do you want to use it for?
I'm not quite sure yet.
5, 6.
Milius said I could use it.
There is a sausage missing.
No, there's not.
Ah, no. Here it
No.
is.
That doesn't help against sore hands, does it? Even looking at the mortar is better than looking at my corbel right now.
That's none of your business. Now get to work.
No.
Yes. I bet there are more nests around.
You must.
I think I know who might be a shining inspiration for both of you. The Earl of Shiring.
Which one?
Earl Bartholomew or the fat one, the new one?
Percy Hamley! You don't know the name of our Earl?
He's not my Earl. I'm from Earl's Castle. Bartholomew was my Earl, and a great man.
But he's dead now, isn't he? Gone. You should know the name of your new Earl.
What? The fat one?
Percy Hamley!
You know what? I refuse to remember that name.
What? Why?
For spite! It wasn't right what he did to my Earl.
You know what? What you're doing isn't right either. I refuse to remember your name as well.
You wouldn't dare.
Already did it.
Alfred Builder.
Oh, he's a good example. He's a master builder now.
But he likes his beer, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he does. But he's always sober when he's working.
Always. You know, maybe I should be a bit more like Alfred Builder.
Me too.
You have got to be kidding me.
Well then, back to work.
No, I'm not done with me break yet.
Alfred Builder would know when his break is up.
Alfred Builder would know when to shut the hell up.
I doubt he would. Ah, Jack Jackson.
Who's that?
Never heard that name.
That's me.
I thought you were Jack Builder.
Well,
I don't know what to make of you, to be honest.
Shouldn't you be working?
You're just running about everywhere. You never get anything done.
At least don't keep us from working, thank you very much.
Oh, forget it.
You do know that we might
Me
all
just
lose
won't let
our
me
work.
talk to the monks.
I know.
I better not go in as long as Remigius is in there.
And when I'm out of work, I want at least to be relaxed.
Let me think again. Who else might inspire you to work together peacefully? What about King Stephen?
Now, that is a man who sits a lot.
How would you know?
He's got a throne.
He's the king. Of course he's got a throne.
And he's sitting on it. He's got a throne. Of course the man knows how to sit.
Oh, like you mean?
Yeah, like me on me well-deserved break. Or you on yours when you're sitting on the shitter for half a day.
I was not.
I heard you farting from here.
You think I want to shit for half a day? You think that? Well, you better think again. and not stressed out by your constant yelling. If you would do your job, then I wouldn't have to yell.
Are you all right? Is something troubling you? The Priory does not have the money to pay the workers early and to spend more on building materials. Not even if we sell all our wool at the Fleece Fair in Shiring.
Oh, that is a problem.
Of course that's a problem. Jack, please.
What's wrong?
Fulling the wool is hard work, isn't it?
Back-breaking. That's why we don't have much cloth to sell. At least they sell well. Why do you ask?
I thought I had an idea. Maybe not.
I'm done for now. I just can't stand looking at it anymore. Do you know a remedy for rough and dry hands?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think he'd care. I bet he's got dry and rough hands as well. If I found a remedy for the fuller's hands, maybe I could sell it. I think Brother Arnaldus fell asleep. He's snoring. Let me think again. Who else might inspire you to work together peacefully? The Earl of Shiring.
Which one? Earl Bartholomew or the fat one, the new one? Percy Hamlet. You don't know the name? I'm... You... What? You... What? First you... Oh...
Brother Arnell.
Good example. What? What you... Get back! Never! And never!
The sub-prior.
Oh, don't get me. He is a hard-working man. He is. And don't you doubt it. What? That he is a hard-working man? Who? Sub-prior Remigius, you fool!
What? How dare they? How dare you? Shouting in the cemetery like heathens!
But
Silence! Do you have any idea how hard the work of a sub-prior is? How much devotion and painful work it takes to teach our novices, our monks? And you dare call me a fool?
We didn't!
Silence, I say! I will think of a way to make you two understand the kind of behavior I expect in this priory.
I think they'll be busy for a while.
We place our trust in you.
I'm looking for a book by Ovid.
Oh, we saw some in Shiring and in Winchester.
There are also a few copies in Salisbury, I believe. Which ones are you looking for?
The Amores?
Have you heard of that? That was one of the copies in Winchester, I think. Did you read it?
Me? I don't remember.
He did.
Just a page or two.
Sounds like the right book, and Winchester's not far. I should tell Ali what I found out. What is it that you're working on?
I'm copying pages of the book Prior Philip wrote. We finished the original last year.
I didn't know he wrote a book.
Not many know of it. The content is...
He's critical of the church and bishops. After his experience with Bishop Waleran, he studied about what he calls Judicia Cleri.
Judicia Cleri? The judgments of the clergy?
Yes. In the past, there were many cruel tests that were made to discover whether a man was guilty or not. The Lord was to judge them. These ordeals were called Judicium Dei, the judgment of God. Some had to hold burning iron in their bare hands. Others were drowned. Some were burned on the pyre. And if they were innocent, God would save them.
There would be no martyrs if that were true. Even Adolphus would have been saved.
Yes. God works in mysterious ways. The prior wants these horrible ordeals to become a thing of the past, for cruelty only leads to more cruelty.
But I heard of miracles. Saints that survived burnings.
True. However, Prior Philip believes these were not judgments of God, but judgments of the clergy.
Judicia Cleri?
Yes! Stories and fake ordeals to redeem friends and allies of the clergy.
Fake miracles? By the church? Ooh, that sounds like Philip is asking for trouble. Whoever is accused of fakery and heresy will not be likely to respond well to that.
But we believe Philip is right.
This is the second millennium. We must finally learn from past mistakes.
I don't think that will help the Fullers. I doubt people care about the Fullers' hands. Except for me, of course.
We take you in. And this is how you thank us?
Come on, Jonathan. Let's tell Ali what I found out.
Ranulph of Chester and his half-brother stole Lincoln Castle from Stephen. At least this is a chance for us to take it back.
For us? Who is us? The whole of England is strangled by new taxes and torn apart by this senseless quarrelling.
Senseless quarrelling? You still think I'm just playing around?
No.
I put my life at risk, Ali, for you and me. This isn't a game.
I know that.
Do you? It's an honor to be one of the King's Knights.
An honor that costs a lot of money.
Oh, now you broke it, Jonathan.
There's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
Oh. Go play.
Jack.
Hey.
So,
Yes.
what brings you here?
Do you have a visitor?
Are you jealous?
Everything all right there?
Yes, it will just take a minute. Sorry, but my brother is waiting. He has to ride back to Shiring soon.
Ah, I see. All right. I just wanted to tell you that I found out about the book.
What book? Oh, Ovid. You were still looking for that.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. It just feels like there are so many problems right now at the construction site. That reminds me. Could you tell Philip that I've come up with an idea how he can pay the workers?
Oh. How?
I'll buy up all of his wool and sell it on the fleece fair myself. But I need to go to Shiring first and get the money.
All right. I'll tell him. By the way, they have a copy of the Amores in Winchester.
Oh? I think I know someone who might be able to get it. But first we need to make sure Philip gets his money and talks to Percy.
Who?
Percy Hamley, the Earl.
Percy Hamley, the fat oaf.
Congratulations. Everybody heard you.
So what? They're all bastards.
I think I should be going.
Ah, all right. See you later, Jack?
Of course.
Bastards.
You're gonna have to forget that word really quick, little brother.
So for them you've got money, Ali?
So you were eavesdropping on me. Great. That deal with Philip will help them and us, Richard.
Robert of Gloucester is advancing on Lincoln as we speak. Tomorrow we will ride from Shiring. And what I need from you is money for a new sword and a gambeson. And I want my shield painted in Stephen's colours.
Is this leading anywhere, Richard? You've been doing this for years now, and has the king ever considered making you Earl of Shiring?
Not yet. But I fought side by side with him before. He knows my name, Ali.
Oh, all right. I will meet you in Shiring, and I'll bring the money.
Father Philip.
Yes?
Aliena says you can pay your workers. She has enough money to buy up all the Priory's wool and sell it in Shiring. And that way, you get your money earlier.
Really?
But you have to accompany her to Shiring. She has to fetch the money first.
The sooner the better. I have to talk to Percy Hamley anyway. Thank you, Jack. Now you better get back to work. Tom wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here? I think I'll go and see Tom later.
Brother Paul.
And that is little Jack. You see, he never paid the bridge toll when he came here. Sometimes you must show clemency.
Oh.
The Fullers down in Kingsbridge are having trouble with their hands.
I'm not surprised. I could only do it for a few days, even though Aliena paid well. Here, take this.
Ouch! Stinging nettle.
Yes, and you need to crush it with a pestle and mortar, and then make a balm from it. Cuthbert had a mortar, I think. The Fuller's hands will improve for a while. But only for a while. If they want to stop their hands from suffering, they need to stop fulling.
Maybe you're right. Thank you. Now, let's see. Here we go. Yes. Just a little more. Good. And now, what? Milius?
Yes?
Do you know how to make a balm?
Indeed. All it takes is some hot fat and beeswax.
Ah, thank you.
You know, you really wouldn't make a bad monk, Jack.
What, me? I think that would be a problem.
Why? You can read, you know about herbs, and you are good company.
Is this supposed to be wine?
What?
Here, in the corner.
No, it's vinegar.
It's vinegar. That shouldn't be here. What was Cuthbert thinking?
Oh, Lord. Give me the strength to endure this without chasing Brother Andrew from my kitchen.
I don't think I would make a good monk.
Why not? Philip thinks so too. He told me.
Never mind why. I don't need to be a monk to come around and talk to you, right?
That is true.
And I think I should get back to work soon. Thank you for your help. Try this.
Whenever did you find the time to make a balm, handsome Jack? Don't you have work to do?
Who would I be if I could just pass by ladies in need?
Does that mean you'll join us and do some filling?
I have my own work to do, so that won't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. Suddenly you've got work to do. But I dare say, that balm works. My hands feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies. Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Jack!
What?
Come here, please. You wanted to finish your call bell, and I let you. Sub-Prior Remy just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for. Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen, and chatting to the Fullers.
I made a balm for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones.
You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you?
Of course. That is my job.
He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure, but there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe, and when he saw me looking at him, he ran away. Maybe it was him.
A black robe? Are you saying this was my fault?
No. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit it.
I assure you, a monk would never do such a thing.
I don't believe him.
Alfred is wrong. It was an accident. We need to be thankful that nothing happened.
Already talking like a monk.
What?
Jack is right. Let's just leave it at that.
What about the monk?
We don't know that there was a monk.
Accidents happen. We'll check all the ropes to make sure there won't be another one. Excuse me, Philip? Philip?
I'm sorry.
Is everything all right?
I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting. As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course, he couldn't pass by people in need of help. Not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. Two of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill. Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant. I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in shiring.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with two men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
The old woman looked at us like a cornered animal. Philip demanded to know what had happened. She cackled and shook her head. She continued looking through the dead men's clothes. She'd already taken off their shoes and found a couple of coins on one of the corpses. Only now I realized that someone had tied foxtails to the corpses. Their hands had been cut off and their faces were burnt. I confronted the old woman and called her a thief. The old woman cackled and said there is nothing wrong in taking from dead thieves. When Philip told her it was still a sin, she became serious and gave him the coins. She told him that these men were poachers who were caught by the Earl's men hunting in his forests. Philip rode on, and when I caught up with him, I could see that now, more than ever, he was determined to talk to Percy Hamley.
Aliena rode by my side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waleran by God, I felt like a fly in a cobweb. Every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. "Shiring," she exclaimed.
Oh, c'était la fin du chapitre 10. That was the end of chapter 10. What did we did in that chapter? Ce que nous avons fait, vous avez fait de votre mieux pour terminer votre travail sur le modillon. Yeah, I try to do my best to finish the work. Grâce à l'aide d'Hélène et de Bilius, vous avez pu aider les fouleuses. Yeah, I helped those women with their hand there. Comme premier, Richard tente de récupérer le comté pour Aliena et lui-même. Yeah, Richard, like he promised, he's trying to recuperate the Shire. Vous avez été voir Cuthbert, il dit au frère Arnaldus que vous l'enterreriez. Yeah, I went and see Cuthbert and I told Arnaldus that I would bury him.
This is him.
A face like that never changes. If anyone can get you an audience with the Earl, it's Sheriff Eustace.
I hope Percy Hamley will show more understanding with us than he did with the people of Wigley. I'm concerned what kind of man Percy Hamley must have become to kill people for mere poaching. Good day, Sheriff. I must talk to the Earl. It's a legal matter of utmost urgency.
Get in line, monk.
Are they all waiting to see him?
What did you expect on court day, monk?
I fear this is going to take a while.
I'll go look for Richard. Seeing that he's going into battle, he needs equipment.
In the meantime, let's hope I can persuade the Earl to rethink this breach of our agreement.
I'll talk to Meg about the sales of the Priory's wool as well. We will find a way to keep the cathedral's construction going, Philip, with or without the stone and timber they took from us.
We must.
The end is upon us, but our Earl will lead us to salvation.
Is that so?
A hard hand for hard times. It will all make sense. You will see.
That's not him.
As it is written in the book of Matthew.
Good quality.
Things are taking place that will lead our generation to an end.
You're trying to rip
Open
me
your
off.
eyes.
Let us work
The
out a
signs are all
compromise.
around us.
Good to see you, Meg.
Maybe
I'm here
another
to collect the
fleece
money
on
we've made
top.
so far.
Excuse me. We were in the middle of something.
What's the problem?
Even you merchants have become thieves. What a rotten place this has become.
He ordered the cartload of wool weeks ago, but now he refuses to pay the price we'd agreed upon.
Let's think about why the prices are so high this year.
So you can put more money into your pockets?
Actually, the Earl has raised all fees. It costs more to pass the gate, to set up shop, to get a license, and to trade.
I suppose. But the price is not as was agreed.
Did you use a tally to record the price?
But, are you with the sheriff? Just who are you, woman?
I am the owner of this business.
Oh.
Here's our half, Aliena.
Now, would you kindly hand me your part of the tally? I think renegotiations are in order. This split tally is invalid. There are more notches on our part.
2 pieces, 2 different prices.
But the area with missing notches is thinner than the rest.
You're right. It looks like something was carved off.
What? Are you saying I'm a fraud?
Look, times are hard for all of us. I won't report you to the sheriff.
This wool will not make enough cloth for all of my master's servants' clothes. Let alone all the shirts he wants for himself.
Whoever pays servants and wants to wear many shirts should be able to pay the price for quality wool like this.
Quality? Yes, but it is not high quality. Now that you mention it, I see it. I cannot pay that much money for bad wool like this.
Now he's doubting the quality.
Fine. Then let me prove the quality of my wool.
Just you try. Outrageous.
Let's negotiate.
First you say one thing, and then you say another. Is this how you treat all your customers?
I'll find an expert and prove it.
I'm waiting. Daylight robbery.
We agreed on the price.
3. Not just
That's
gonna give
not
away
the
for
price
free.
we agreed on.
It is what we agreed on.
Come on.
Both
I
of
thought
us.
you had more to spare than that.
And a pig eat half of my crops.
Has the queue not moved at all?
We stand like pillars of salt. But I'm sure the Earl will accept petitioners soon. I hope it's before the workers at Kingsbridge leave the construction site because I cannot pay them.
Our valued customer would only dismiss them as my accomplices.
Our animals dying. Our homes crumbling.
Excuse me, would you care to give me your opinion on the quality of this wool?
Of course. Please, show us. Oh, how wonderfully soft.
And what thorough scouring. There isn't a hint of dirt or grease.
The fibre is exceptionally fine, and the colour is even and light.
Suitable for high-quality garments.
I'm glad you think so too. Would you be so kind as to confirm this to a customer of mine, should the need arise?
Of course. Just send them our way.
With all these taxes and the shrinking markets, I wasn't sure whether visiting shiring would still be worth it. But for that quality of wool, I'll say it is.
I should find the Flemish merchants instead. They know their wool. Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
No, we just arrived and headed straight for the church.
Ah, still, thank you. Have you heard of Richard of Shiring, the knight?
Whoever that is, he surely hasn't bought bread today. Why don't you ask the sheriff? He seems to have his eye on everyone.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
A group of knights, you say?
Are they perhaps interested in buying linen for a new gambeson?
They might, but I need to find them first.
We shall be on the lookout then.
Have you seen Richard and his knights?
They came by and looked at a few swords, but they didn't mention where they were going.
Have you seen a group of knights?
I'm not sure. I saw so many people today.
It's all right. The remains of Waileran's castle.
I'm taking my business elsewhere.
Please, calm down.
And a pig ate half of my crops.
Outrageous.
Let's negotiate.
First you say one thing, and then you say another. Is this how you treat all your customers?
There are Flemish merchants just a few streets away. They were very interested in my wool, and they would be delighted to confirm its quality to you.
Anyone can let their friends lie for them.
It is sad, but it seems we can't find an agreement. Keep your money, good man. We'll sell to somebody else. I was made an offer by the Flemish merchants, but I declined. I'm a merchant with principles, and we promised the wool to you. They'll be delighted to hear the good news.
No, wait. Maybe we can negotiate. My master would not want me to leave here with empty hands.
Competing with foreigners and nobility is no trifle. They're relentless and have deep pockets.
Aliena.
But if you prefer to take your chances...
No, wait. I'm taking the wool, all right.
I don't want to ruin you.
My master can afford it. He just doesn't want to. And he has a temper. God damn it. You show no mercy, do you?
A pleasure doing business with you.
Next time he'll buy elsewhere, I'm afraid. A good merchant always strives for a deal that feels like a victory for both sides. Remember that.
We don't need customers like him, and we have our money.
Yes, and you have my thanks.
One more thing. Could you try to get Ovid's Amores for me when you travel to Winchester? It's a book.
Yes, I can ask Brother Theobald. His book collection is more comprehensive than the church would like.
Then he'll be the right one to ask. Thank you.
No problem at all.
He doesn't seem to be here.
Soul lights up. Inspirations flicker. The soul lights up. Inspirations flicker.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
Must be those fellows over there.
There they are.
Today we ride to Lincoln. Drinks are on me. Taverner! Another round for everyone!
You're the best, Richard. It's Sir Richard. Nonsense. We're all brothers, right?
It is Sir Richard.
Oh.
And here I thought you needed my money for new armor.
Oh, I do. A knight is only as good as his equipment. Have you seen Alonso's sword? With men-at-arms so well equipped, how could I fight alongside King Stephen less well equipped?
And inferior armor may cost him his life.
Only the best for the best.
Hey, you should be more responsible with our money.
I spend it on my reputation. What's more responsible than that?
You are paying for other people's wine. Some of whom you don't even know.
Knighthood is about more than fighting, Ali. It's a way of life. We fight together, we drink together, we die together.
Right you are. To hell and back we go. To hell and back.
Alonso, you make that sound like a bad thing.
But you could spend our money a little more wisely.
Do you want William Hamley to become Earl of Shiring or me?
What kind of question is that? If we're lucky, then he will never return from the Holy Land.
He already did.
What?
We ran into Robert of Gloucester's men. At first, I wasn't sure it was him. He wore the cloak of a crusader.
No.
Don't do it. Please, have mercy. My God, please. Don't.
And then King Stephen called out his name.
William Hamley, join me. We ride.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you.
You what?
This is not about you or me, Addie. Allowing the father of that monster to remain Earl would not only betray our father, it'd mean betraying everyone. William is a butcher, a filthy bastard without honor.
Mind your tongue. You speak of the son of the Earl of Shiring.
I am the son of the Earl.
Sir Richard, your father went against our king and lost his title and his lands. You are not the heir to the title, not as things are now.
What did you just say?
Oh, easy.
You treacherous bastard!
Calm down. Do you want to slaughter each other and help the enemy?
Accusing me of treason. You most loyal man-at-arms.
Me or William? Choose a goddamn side, Alonso of Toledo. Come on, choose!
You disparage me for stating the truth. I've always been your most loyal man-at-arms. Have I not?
The one with the biggest
Obviously,
mouth,
they
too.
have no idea how to settle a conflict without a fight.
I'm just trying to keep you grounded.
Obviously, they have no idea how to settle
William
a
and his
conflict
fat
without a
father
fight.
have a right to my lands.
I doubt that would help to stop
can't you
their
just
quarrelling.
agree to disagree? Please.
Percy Hamlin's title is a fact, not an opinion.
I've collected our earnings, Richard.
Good. At least there's one person I can rely on. My sister.
I can't believe this.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you go into war arguing like this.
I asked for your money, not for your advice. It is not. He does not deserve it.
An apology would solve this.
I'm sorry. You see? There's nothing to it.
I said nothing wrong. This is not about who deserves what.
I've collected
the
our
king
earnings,
appointed
Richard.
him. You should come to terms with
Good.
that
At
fact.
least there's one person I can rely on. My sister.
I can't believe this.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you go into war arguing like this.
I asked for your money, not for your advice. What did you just say?
Just think of the battle you will have to fight together.
I'm thinking of my dignity.
Oh, no.
Do they often fight like that?
I'm done talking to you.
Ah, they're both very proud. Give them a few days, they'll get tired.
They don't have that long.
Very mature.
Obviously, they have no idea how to settle a conflict without a fight.
Do you want to say something?
How would you solve a quarrel like the one over there?
Everyone has their own way of coping with aggression. Food, gambling, or solace in the arms of a wench. Luckily for me, most resort to drinking.
I doubt that'll work here.
Don't say that too loud. Try this.
The taverner gave this to me. I don't want to ruin his business by giving it away for free. Are you just hungry?
Are you serious?
Well, excuse me.
how many of you have fallen from grace since you...
Here.
I'm astonished that you can still find trade in times like these. I can only repay you with my gratitude for now. And our priory's wool, of course. It should be enough to keep our workers around until I have solved our problems with Percy Hamley. But Tom said that without stone and timber, we will have to stop construction in a month.
You must speak to the Earl. I still have to give Richard his money. But then I'll come and wait with you.
From the looks of it, I'll be standing here for quite a while.
Getting hungry from all the waiting?
A kind offer, but I prefer to face the Earl with an empty stomach and a clear head.
Of course.
The wilting of shiring is an omen of the things to come. And our Earl will be the new...
I've collected our earnings, Richard.
Good. At least there's one person I can rely on. My sister.
Can't believe this.
I don't have time to settle your fights for you. You're two adult men. Act like it.
I didn't ask for your help now, did I?
Here.
You must be losing your touch if that's all you got.
You're not the only one who needs my support.
But what's more important than the oath we gave to Father?
Kingsbridge. The people who took us in.
Well, if I die in battle, you'll know why.
Yes, because of your pride and stubbornness. Must you really fight? What is all this good for?
For Father, Ali. I will save Shiring from Percy Hamley.
But who's going to save you?
With men like these, I'm afraid I'm already beyond saving.
I see. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be at the marketplace with Philip.
And make more money, I hope.
And again, you think money solves everything.
It does. It keeps you on my side, doesn't it?
You think I do this for money? I don't have to put up with this.
Oh, please don't
It keeps
talk
on
like
happening.
this. You're making it worse.
You know that, Simon.
Have you finished your business?
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
Philip, I now understand why our market at Kingsbridge has had more visitors lately. Shiring isn't what it used to be. Steep taxes and strict laws have taken their toll on the town.
Is that so?
These merchants would give anything to do their business at another fleece fair, but there's none nearby. They need a place with fair taxes, one that can put those taxes to good use.
Are you thinking of a fleece fair in Kingsbridge?
Call in the monk and the woman he's with.
You, impatient monk. It's your turn. The girl, too.
Me? What? Did you want me to come with you?
No. We're not first in line, are we?
Well, lucky you, then. Get moving.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge. The Earl of Shiring.
Thank you for hearing me, old Percy. Please allow me to introduce my friend, Aliena of Kingsbridge.
I knew it was you. Oh, it doesn't sound like you missed me.
I demand to talk to the Earl of Shiring. He has broken his word.
You are talking to the Earl of Shiring.
Bishop Waleran?
The enemies of this earldom have taken Percy Hamley from our midst.
Mother!
Do you consider yourself a friend of the earldom of Shiring, Philip?
Friend? That damn monk is drinking the blood of my earldom!
It is not for us to damn them, Lord William. But judge them we must.
Your parents had an agreement with King Stephen.
You're a thief. You both are. You once told me that I was a beast. Then it should not surprise you that I don't take as kindly to thieves as my father did. Shiring is changing.
What crimes did we commit then?
The king has never licensed a market in Kingsbridge.
Your market is illegal, Philip.
You are stealing my taxes by allowing my people to trade in your sorry priory, and you disrespect my authority!
Is that true, Philip?
I will talk to the king about this.
You and your friends have always played by your own rules, but not anymore. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The days of Kingsbridge Cathedral are over.
Now leave. The next time I will show no mercy.
Wow, that was chapter 11. Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait dans ce chapitre-là? Aliena a résolu à son avantage le conflit avec le client. Yeah, Aliena made money with the client. Aliena fait preuve de compétences correctes en tant que négociante. Yeah, Aliena was okay. She was a good negotiator. Aliena a donné plus d'argent à Philippe que Richard. Yeah, gave more money to Philip than Richard. Aliena n'a rien fait pour réconcilier Richard et Alonso. I did nothing to reconciliate Richard with Alonso. Aliena a aidé Philip à payer ses ouvriers en avance. Aliena helped Philip to pay his workers in advance. Waleran et William, le nouveau comte, ont déclaré que le marché de Philip était illégal. Waleran and William, the new the count, declared that the Philip market is illegal. So that was chapter 11.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln. More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester, he had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north. Then, At nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men. Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home. I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it. His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that? I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge. After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.
You are late. Is it done?
No. Their builder is alive.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
I fear I must.
Then let's not waste more time. Come on, Philip. Where do we find King Stephen?
Who's asking?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
I've heard of you.
Good things, I hope.
Maybe. You can go inside the cathedral.
Where are all the knights and soldiers?
I should go first.
But this is a house of God.
Only 2 more days.
If they know what's good for them, they'll surrender.
I'd be disappointed if Maud would give up so easily.
My king! You have my sword!
Good! Who is that?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
Him. Now, what about those archers out there?
Where is Alonso? Is he still not here?
No. He joined one of the other groups because you wouldn't stop arguing.
Maybe it's for the best, then.
I doubt it. I only wish your sister had tried to keep you two from quarreling. I had hoped she would be a better diplomat.
She? Don't make me laugh. And now stop whining. We will go into battle soon. For the king!
Ah, for the king!
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
The slow man loses more than his righteousness in battle, Philip.
I will spare myself the malice and infamy.
There's no 2 ways about it. I have to go out there myself to see what's going on.
My king, Ranulph's archers are only waiting for you.
They know they'll be at my mercy once I've dealt with Robert the Bastard and Ranulph the traitor. I doubt they dare shoot me.
Stephen, be reasonable.
Henry, will the church for once shut up? We are at war. Wonderful. Now, I will go out there without getting shot in the head. I must know why they posted the archers up there today. Just for once, use your brain. Think.
Yes, my king.
Jesus said to him, "Put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword." This man neither has a sword nor a choice. Must he die then because he is forced to kill? My king?
You? What are you doing here? Have you come to atone for having your monks write that heretical book?
No, my bishop.
So you continue to doubt your bishops, your pope?
Henry.
How dare you show your face here?
Henry! I told you I am not to be disturbed.
This monk should be thrown into a cell. Maybe then he will see reason.
What? Because he doubts your miracles? I have to admit, having someone walk over red-hot plowshares or putting his hand in boiling water to prove he's innocent is entertaining. I give you that.
Stephen.
But the monk is right, of course. There is a tendency that your miracles conveniently happen when the church needs them most. Whoever believes that to be a coincidence or miraculous deserves no place at my table. What is your name, monk?
Philip of Gwynedd.
I will make sure my brother won't arrest you. If anyone will have you arrested, it's me.
My king, I have come to see you.
I have no time for you. Unless you know a solution to my problem. There are archers outside, probably looking forward to killing me. But I have to see what's going on out there with my own eyes, without getting shot. If you have no solution for my problem, better not waste my time, or I will have you arrested.
What would be the safest way to face an archer?
Are you thinking of joining us in battle?
He's finally become one of us.
Never mind. I doubt he would know the answer. No. A shield could surely stop an arrow. They are already praying for Stephen, but I doubt that's the solution he's looking for. My king, you could use a shield to protect yourself.
A well-directed arrow can pierce a shield, a helmet even.
Then why do all these men wear helmets?
For luck.
Stephen wouldn't rely on just prayers. Our king's advisors believe it would be dangerous for him to stand out here in front of the archers.
They're right.
They are?
Don't worry. They won't waste their arrows on monks and peasants. But the king would definitely be a tempting target. Would end the war in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't hesitate to shoot the bastard of Gloucester either.
If you were to dress like a poor man, not like a king or a soldier, the archers might not shoot at you.
This is highly inappropriate, Philip of Gwynedd.
It is. But he's right. Robert's a bastard, but his men are not without honor. Who are you again, monk? Why have you come?
I'm the Prior of Kingsbridge, my king.
Ah, of course. The Prior of Kingsbridge.
I have come to ask for your help.
What could be important enough to disturb the king at a time like this?
Robert of Gloucester will attack in 2 days' time.
Let us find out why he's here, shall we? Get undressed, Prior of Kingsbridge.
My king...
Don't be shy. It was your idea, after all. Ranulph's men have been nervous all day. Now, why is that? It's such a simple wall. And yet they could stay holed up in my castle for another month with all these men. So why have the archers out at all? They'll be safer inside. They don't have to stand up there.
My king, the late Percy Hamley and the Priory of Kingsbridge had an agreement.
I remember. And according to his son, you broke the agreement by conducting an illegal market.
He told you? The income was only used to support the cathedral. I did not know we needed a license. The market was held on the church's ground.
The church is not above the law. This is not the Holy Roman Empire.
No, of course not.
Your market is illegal. I supported William in his decision to punish you, for it didn't merely pay for your cathedral. It also paid for the children of that traitor Bartholomew.
I feel responsible for them. That is why I invited them to Kingsbridge.
Oh? And why is that? Because of your loyalty to Bartholomew?
No! I was the one who found out that he planned to go against you. I am responsible for their father's death.
William Hamley and Bishop Waleran said you were sly. Now I think I know why.
My king, you must not trust them.
Hear me now. You will not receive a market license, and the children of Bartholomew will hang if they go against the Isle of Shiring. Do you understand?
I understand.
Of course. That's why all those archers are up there. Robert of Gloucester is not attacking in 2 days. He's attacking today.
To arms! It's an ambush.
Do not use the front entrance.
They knew that would draw us out. Get my clothes. I need my horse.
As Stephen and his men went to face the approaching army, his brother, Bishop Henry, urged me up to the top of the cathedral. His fear had made him forget about our dispute. I had never been that high up.
Pray with me, Philip. Pray that Stephen will win, so this war can end.
I closed my eyes to pray. And I forgot about Kingsbridge, and the market, and what I wanted. I simply prayed for peace. And as I did, I realized that ever since the dream about my parents, I had not prayed. What if, as in the dream, my prayers would not be heard now? I begged the Lord to make me see. to make me see that he was there.
Philip, look!
I was too far away to understand what was happening.
Robert's men! They're winning! Stephen is lost!
It felt like the world was spinning under my feet. I was afraid that I would fall. I closed my eyes. And then I saw.
They're breaking through the church doors!
Women!
And then I knew it was us. Only us. No devil to harm us. No God to protect us. Only us.
Philip was gone for 2 weeks. We had no idea what had happened to him. To be true, we had other things on our mind. Ali and I.
Are you sure we're alone?
Right now, there's only you and me.
Look at that.
Told you.
I hope Philip and Richard are all right.
Me too.
Say, Jack, have you read our book?
What about you? What did you think?
Well, I thought you said...
No, this is Philip's fault. If all this falls apart because he set up an illegal market, he alone will be responsible.
I have faith in him, and so should you. Who else could save Kingsbridge if not him?
Do you still remember the text?
Well, do you?
Well... I think I remember one part.
Oh? And which one was that?
Before me, she stood, her clothing set aside, no flaw to be found in all her body.
All clothing was set aside?
All of it.
And there was no flaw?
No flaw at all.
Oh, his shoulders and his arms I saw and I caressed. And then his chest, a form made to be felt and touched.
Careful there.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Don't be. How flat her belly beneath her slender waist. Her flanks, what form. What perfect thighs.
Yours are remarkable as well.
That's not how the text goes.
Is it not?
Maybe it is.
Why recall each aspect? Nothing that I saw lacked perfection. As I hugged my naked body close to his.
Ali,
Yes?
I love you.
I love you too. I always will.
Did you hear something?
No. It's only us, Jack. You and me.
It is us. Only us.
Hey, Philip the Prior. Monk. That's better. Never let them see you weak. Stand tall.
He never was a man of God. Now I think I know why.
What is there to look at, monk?
Why do you do all this?
Because I want to. No god, bloodline, or fate made me king. I took the throne. I chose to rule, and I chose to fight. And I'm not done yet.
Is it worth all these lives?
To best Maud? By God, yes. It's a game that I intend to win.
Richard!
Don't draw attention to yourself. Not when they have you in a cage. Not if you're the king.
Why am I in here?
You are with us, are you not?
I prayed for peace.
Peace is the wait between one battle and the next. You were right about William Hamley.
How so?
The moment the battle took a turn for the worse, he and his men switched sides. The Earl of Shiring is fighting for Maud now, and for Robert.
William Hamley is only fighting for himself and for Bishop Waleran. What about Ranulph's men?
Probably glad to be out of the castle after all that time. Probably looking for women and getting drunk.
He's over there. Thank you.
Francis!
Oh, Philip.
Of course. You came with your master, Earl Robert, did you not?
Yes. When I heard from Bishop Henry that you were in Lincoln, I started looking. He thought you were dead.
Not yet. It is good to see you, brother.
Henry said you came because you need a market license.
Yes.
I think I know someone who can help. I'll have you released, and then we will go to Winchester. Just be patient for a moment.
What about you?
My loyals will make their moves. The game is not yet over.
If you want peace, if you want to save the lives of the innocent, You have to give up.
Never. That's the only thing I'm not good at.
Then there really is no hope.
So this is your brother? I have heard much about you, Prior. Your brother has supported our family for many years now. And we remember those who are loyal to us. Hereby, I grant Kingsbridge the same market rights as Shiring.
The same rights?
The same.
Thank you, my queen.
Thank you.
The bloodline is restored. Not long, and my son will take his rightful place here on the throne.
All will be as it was. I will be a just king, as Grandfather Henry was.
Peace will be restored in England. Do you have anything else you wish to tell us, Prior?
No. Nothing.
Thank you, my queen.
Wow! Chapitre 12. Chapter 12 finish. Ce qu'on a fait, Walleran, c'est que Tom, le bâtisseur, est toujours vivant. Yeah, Walleran knows that Tom, the builder, is still alive. Vous avez rêvé de vos parents, d'Aliena et Richard. I dreamt of my parent, that Philip dreamt of his parent, Aliena and Richard. Alonso, le chevalier, est parti suite à la dispute dans la taverne de Shearing. Alonso left the tavern after he had a fight with Richard. Le roi vous a fait déshabiller et a mis votre vie en danger. The king took my priest suit and put my life in danger. Francis s'est arrangé pour que Maud vous accorde l'autorisation de tenir un marché. Francis, made sure that Maud give us the authorization for a market. Les horreurs que vous avez vues vous ont fait perdre votre foi. Yeah, all the horrors that Philip saw while he lost faith. Wow, fait que ça, c'était le chapitre 12. Wow. Eh bien, c'est tout pour cette fois-ci. Merci d'avoir été là. Soyez sages, portez-vous bien et à la prochaine. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for being here. Be kind, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.